Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2019 Spring Commencement of the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. You may be seated. It is with golden lion pride that we express our sincere gratitude to all of you for sharing this special occasion with the graduating class of 2019. Our thanks are also extended to the UAPB Concert Band for its pre-commencement performance and for ushering us into this great event with splendor. The band is under the direction of Mr. John Graham. Thanks to him and his team of directors. Thank you, Mr. Graham. We would like to especially recognize our University of Arkansas Board of Trustees member and a proud graduate of UAPB, Dr. Stephen Bronson. And his wife, Cheryl Bronson. Next to Cheryl Bronson, my wife, Veronica. We'd like to also recognize a former interim chancellor, Dr. Carolyn Blakely, and former interim chancellor, Dr. Calvin Johnson. We're also pleased to have with us this afternoon Arkansas State Senator Stephanie Flowers. We'd like to recognize members of our Board of Visitors who are with us today, the Reverend Jesse Turner, and Mr. Lewis White. We're also pleased to have with us on the dais three-star General, Lieutenant General Andre Mcgee. Our commencement speaker today is none other than Dr. Gwendolyn Boyd, renowned educator, engineer, and advocate for STEM fields. We also welcome all elected public officials, faculty, staff, family, friends, community supporters, everybody. The word commencement means, of course, a beginning. Class of 2019, this is the end of your academic work for your degree. But from this day forward, you will apply the knowledge, the skills, and the experience you have gained at this institution. This is the occasion on which you begin the rest of your lives, surrounded by parents, relatives, friends, faculty, and alumni. You are laying the foundation for a better life for you and your family, and by extension, for others you encounter. We're all here today to celebrate the beginning of your new chapter. This day represents a day of honor, perseverance, achievement, accomplishment. For this is the day that the Lord hath made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. Now we'll ask that everyone stand, and gentlemen, please remove your caps as the Vesper Choir will lead us in the national anthem. Lift every voice and sing. Following those anthems, we will have the invocation by the Reverend Derek Easter, Senior Pastor of the New St. Hurricane Missionary Baptist Church right here in Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Let us go to God in prayer. Dear Father, we rejoice today over the wonderful accomplishments of discipline, determination, and self-sacrifice that have led to this day of college graduation for the special graduates near and dear to us. It has been a great gift from you that they were able to learn from experts and teachers in their chosen field. May their walk with you, the skills they have developed managing their time, setting priorities, and keeping focused during exams, be the foundation on which they build successful careers and lives. Our greatest prayer for them today is that they continue to be lifelong learners who recognize the need to constantly discover more about you, the source of all knowledge and truth. Help them to be diligent in their quest to know you and to discover how you want them to live their lives. Thank you. Thank you for bringing us to this wonderful moment in time. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. In Jesus' name, amen.
At this time, we're honored to have with us Dr. Stephen Bronson, a member of our Board of Trustees of the University of Arkansas System, who will bring greetings.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. All right then. We're at a celebration. We're at a victory. We're about to send our best and brightest out there into the world for them to do all the wonderful things that we imagined, that we prayed for. On behalf of the University of Arkansas System, I bring greetings to all the family, friends, loved ones, and alumni who come to share in this great, I say, opportunity, because we're allowing these young people to go out and spread their knowledge, spread their will on the world. It is such a privilege for me to be here to express that, especially since I'm a UAPB alumnus myself. And I'm so proud to stand up here today and welcome everybody here. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Brock. Can everybody hear me? Is everybody happy? If you're happy and you know it, say amen. All right now. We are getting ready for our commissioning ceremony. But before I bring Lieutenant Colonel Oler forward, I would like to know that this will be her final commissioning ceremony at UAPB, as the U.S. Army has reassigned her to Fort Dix, New Jersey. Lieutenant Oler, on behalf of the Golden Lion Nation, we thank you for your service to UAPB and to the United States of America. Thank you. Lieutenant Oler's successor is Lieutenant Colonel Kevin Moyer, who has been a part of the U.S. Army for 20 years, including assignments in a variety of leadership and staff positions. He joins us from his role as Chief of Facility and Construction at Fort Shafter, Hawaii. We are pleased to have him here today, and I'd like to officially welcome him to his leadership role of the Golden Lion Battalion. Now I present to you Lieutenant Colonel Sherry Oler, our Director of the ROTC program and Professor of Military Science, who will come forward to preside over the United States Army commissioning ceremony. She will be joined by Lieutenant General Andre Piggy, Deputy Chief of Staff, G4, United States Army, and proud graduate of the class of 1981 at UAPB. After the commissioning ceremony, we will have a selection by the Vesper Choir under the direction of Mr. Gerron Liddell.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Cadets, post. All right, as you're making your way to the stage, I would also ask that your family who is here with you, who's going to place your shoulder boards on your uniforms, if they would also join you here in the front. And family, go ahead and get near your cadet. And as you begin to place these shoulder boards onto their shoulders, signifying their transition from cadet to second lieutenant, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you from the United States Army for all the support that you've given your family member as they began their college process, coming up on graduation, and now enter into the Army. You can place those shoulder boards on at any time. Well done, gentlemen, well done. All right, and we'll ask the family members, after you put the shoulder boards on, if you would make your way back to your seats, because I will be turning the formation over to Lieutenant General Mcgee. Cadets, about face. It is now my honor to introduce to you Lieutenant General Andre Mcgee, who serves at the Pentagon as the Army Deputy Chief of Staff for Logistics. Overseeing logistics policies, programs, and plans for the Army, he manages an $11 billion annual portfolio used to fund the Army's arsenals and depots, maintain equipment, and acquire supplies to ensure the Army is ready to fight any mission around the world. In his 38 years in the Army, he has commanded thousands of soldiers, held key staff positions, and deployed to Kuwait, Bosnia-Herzegovina, and Iraq. Most recently, he was Director of Logistics and Engineering, United States Central Command, MacDill Air Force Base, Florida, and responsible for logistics and engineering efforts in the Middle East, North Africa, and Central Asia. He spearheaded initiatives to build partner capacity in Iraq and train and equip missions in Syria. Previously, he held logistics operations in Europe as the commanding general of the 21st Theater Sustainment Command in Germany. He was responsible for logistics operations in South Korea as the Assistant Chief of Staff, J4, Combined Forces Command, C4, United States Forces, Korea, South Korea. He also served as the commander of the 15th Sustainment Brigade, providing logistics support during the surge operations in Iraq. Lieutenant General Mcgee holds a Bachelor of Science in Biology from the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, class of 1981. A Master of Science in Material Acquisition Management from the Florida Institute of Technology. A Master of Science in Military Strategy from the Army War College, and an honorary doctorate from the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. In 2018, he was inducted into the Arkansas Black Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, I now introduce to you Lieutenant General Andre Mcgee.
And thank you, Colonel Oler and Chancellor Alexander. It's always grateful to be invited back home. And Dr. Boyd, thank you for your outstanding service, and thank you for being here today. to my fellow alumni, and most importantly, to class of 2019. It is indeed an honor to be home. Days like today are very special for me because I get to pass on my passion to a new generation of young leaders. In a minute, I'll help these 3 graduates begin their military careers by asking them to raise their right hand and say 90 special words known as our oath of office. It is an awesome responsibility to lead soldiers. It will be their job to prepare soldiers on any mission that our nation asks them to execute. I want our cadets to know one thing that I've learned in my military career, some 38 years next week. It's all about the journey. At the end of our lives, there is no destination. It's all about the journey along the way. You're gonna have your bumps and bruises. You're gonna have your ups and downs. You'll have your challenges, but your challenges make us who we are. So I encourage you to learn from them and enjoy the journey along the way. Encourage you to be competent in your skills, be committed, and most of all, be of highest character. Live the oath, and great things will happen to you as well. And it's my goal that in about 20 years from now, you will be standing at this end of the stadium, commissioning a new set of brand new officers. So I'd ask you now to raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I'm about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations, and I present to you the newest second lieutenants in the entire United States Army.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Vesper Choir under the direction of Mr. Gerron Liddell. I know somebody here know about their soul being anchored in the Lord. I would like to acknowledge that we're filling up today. Somebody say we're filling up. We need to, those, if you have a seat next to you and you see somebody looking or coming by, just raise your hand, guide them to the place, help them out. Thank you so very much. At this time, we're going to have student reflections. And here to give student reflections today, we have two student leaders. Ms. Jada Turner, president of the senior class, and Ms. Kimberly Boyd, president of the Student Government Association. We're going to ask them to come at this time.
One of the greatest gifts you can give yourself right here, right now, in this single, solitary, monumental moment in your life is to decide, without apology, to commit to the race and not the outcome. The words of Joyce Donato. Good afternoon, family, friends, faculty, and most importantly, the class of 2019. We made it. Today, we are gathered here to celebrate our success. One, we can raise our heads high, for we have overcome all the challenges life threw at us in the past 4 years. It has not been easy. But we have reached the end of this hurdle. It is also the beginning of a new one, and I want to encourage you to never backpedal. I want to encourage you to use the same spirit that you have shown in the sacrifices you have made and the sleepless nights you have endured. This, I promise you, is our ticket to our next destination. As we have talked with each other, grown with each other, and supported each other, we must also remember that we have taught, grown with, and supported your mother, just as she has done for us. No institution is perfect, but standing here 4 years later, I know that I am exactly where I am meant to be. We're all moving on to different fields and opportunities, but what we share and carry is a golden line pride. You know, the one that lets you bump into a stranger, find out they're a golden lion too, and proceed to ask, what's going on the yard, or better yet, when is homecoming? The road that lies ahead won't be easy. There will be obstacles and mishaps, roadblocks and potholes. There will be times when each of us feel as if we cannot possibly go on. There will be times when each of us will think he or she is alone or back against the wall. But we are not alone. We are all running this race together. We made it this far. Why should we back out now? Nothing worthwhile is easy, and making that includes our future. But that doesn't mean we give up on ourselves. We will keep pushing because we know we can achieve our dreams and because we are worth it. Alon, our dad, once said, you have to leave the city of your comfort and go into the wilderness of your intuition. You can't get there by bus, only by hard work and risk, and by not quite knowing what you're doing. But what you will discover will be wonderful. What you will discover will be yourself. In conclusion, it doesn't matter if it took you 3 years or 6 years to graduate, if you are a C student or graduated with honors, if you have plans after graduation or not. We all did something that many aspire to do. From this day forward, for the rest of our lives, I charge you to always remember that the marathon continues. And one last time to the class of 2019, Living Legends, we did it. Thank you. Signing out, your senior class president, Jada Turner.
Good afternoon, elected officials, administrators, faculty, staff, family, and friends. I am Kimberly Boyd, a graduating senior that excelled in business marketing, hailed from Memphis, Tennessee, and also humbly served as your Student Government Association President for the 2018-2019 academic school year. Dear Mother has called me to do a complex task. I have been given the great responsibility of telling the legend of my class, the graduating class of 2019. For a vast majority of us, our collegiate journey began in the sweltering summer heat during the Lions and STEM Academy programs. It was at this time that we began to learn the ins and outs of our university. We mastered things such as finding the quickest ways to the furthest destinations, blending the perfect juices in the cafeteria, and finding those places in the library with the best Wi-Fi connection. In our minds, we were the yard and we ran the yard until the yard showed up. There are so many words that I could use to personify our feelings during our first month at UAPB. The one that I will use, however, is shook. In our cultural tongue, Ebonics, shook means surprised, taken aback, in awe, and simply not ready. We were warmly greeted by faculty and staff during the morning, and by the afternoon, we were charged to do tasks like adults, such as registering for classes, financial aid, and pictures for our student ID. These things kept us busy for the remainder of the day. Little did we know the night was still young. Allow my words to give you a vivid view into our world. It's a mild September night. The temperature is warm, but the summer breeze has yet to leave. You are surrounded by strangers, but deep in your spirit, you know that this is home. You sit on your twin-sized bed envisioning all that life has to offer you simply because you have taken the first step and pursued higher education. This blissful days is interrupted by a muffled announcement made over the Herald Complex intercom system. Of course you missed the message, so you open the door and ask a stranger across the room from you, "So what did they say?" Their response will change the entire course of your day. You've made a new friend and there's a party on the breezeway. Moments like those in the breezeway, the yard shows in the Lion's Den, and any event in the fine arts acclimated us to our lively environment. Once we got a hang of things, we took initiative to begin our own organizations, Michael Garlington and Jalen Malden's Golden Royalty. Host our own events, the UAPB-19 Toiletry Drive, and show up to others' events in a grandiose fashion. Kappa Alpha Psi's Water Drive, Phi Beta Sigma and Sigma Gamma Rho's Toy Drive, and Miss UAPB's Shoes for Africa, to name a few. It was at this point that there had to be a name given to identify the greatness that was happening in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. God placed the word legend in my spirit. I repeated different cognitions of the word to my god sister, graduate Aaliyah Hope. Legend, legendary, luminary, iconic, I said to her in an uncertain tone. She looked at me calmly and said, like she always does, living legends, that's the one. Together we gave a name to our class that will go on to be a testimony and a manifestation of all that we would and have yet to accomplish. Though I have this honorable platform, I am genuinely honored to be one of the first to stand before the world's most dynamic doctors, politicians, lawyers, physicians, business titans, educators, engineers, and in my case, chancellors. You have withstood the test of time and are so deserving of the blessings that are yet to come. However, I admonish you to cherish two things: self-reliance and persistence. My first point is self-reliance. There are some of us who have rows full of family cheering us across the stage. Some of us do not. The common denominator is we are all here receiving what is due to us. Speak positivity over your life and give to the world the best that you have. Arizona Cleaver Stemmons. In addition to being self-reliant, be persistent. There are scholars before me who began this journey before the summer of 2015, and there are scholars surrounding me who did begin this journey with me, but will remain at the university once our tassels have been turned. My message to you is a blessing delayed is not a blessing denied. Continue to put your best foot forward, and when your time comes, be sure to do so in a legendary fashion. As I conclude, I would be remiss if I did not give thanks to those who have been by my side during this journey. I love you too. For you all are the supporting authors of my student reflection. To my fellow student leaders, Raven Lewis, Jamarda Shazer, Paris Patterson, Jaleesa Brown, Alexandria Pettis, and Angelica Perkins. The tasks we were given were not easy, but we got them done. We are the epitome of world-class service. To the Office of Recruitment and the Office of Student Involvement and Leadership, thank you for molding my passion. To the sweetest bond I know, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, thank you for being my safe place. Most importantly, to my family, my class, and the entire Golden Lion Nation, for the last time in this capacity, thank you for allowing me to serve my university, your university, the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, the flagship of the Delta. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Boyd and Ms. Turner, for your comments here today to our graduating class and for your leadership of this class and the student body. Thank you. I did want to mention that we are indeed proud to have a 3-star general among us who has graduated from this university. And it's an indication of the greatness of this institution that we continue to commission officers to the U.S. Army. And so that is significant in terms of the legacy of this university. I want to take a moment to recognize all of the veterans who are here today who have served in the armed forces and all of the peace officers and first responders. Would you please stand to be recognized at this time? Thank you. I also wanted to recognize a young man and his young wife over there, Mr. Calvin Booker and Miss Janetta Booker, the Bookers. He is the director of our, or at least the chair of our Foundation Fund Board. Mr. Calvin Booker and Janetta Booker, thank you. Did I miss anyone? David and Tyler Alexander, my family. Y'all wave. All right. Everybody's recognized. Okay. At this time, I'm going to ask Dr. Robert Carr, Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, to come forward for the presentation and award of our honorary degrees.
Good afternoon. How are you feeling, class of 2019? I'm glad you're feeling excited because we're about to induct two outstanding members of the community to this class. One of the greatest privileges available to a university is the opportunity to honor and recognize the accomplishments of people who have made monumental contributions to society with the awarding of an honorary degree. On this afternoon, the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff honors Mr. Larry B. Cooper and Dr. Gwendolyn Elizabeth Boyd. For the first honorary degree presentation, I will present Mr. Larry B. Cooper, a graduate of the Golden Class of 1969 of Arkansas Agricultural, Mechanical, and Normal College, AM&N, now known as the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. Mr. Cooper, would you please join us? Mr. Cooper was the chairman of the UAPB Foundation Fund Board from 2001 to 2015. Upon his appointment as chairperson, he immediately embarked on posturing the foundation board members to actively and aggressively seek short-term and long-term funding through restructured committee functions. This strategy paid off as the UAPB Foundation, under Mr. Cooper's leadership, had surpassed his initial goals. So, I bet there are some things that you actually don't know about Mr. Cooper. So I'm gonna enlighten all of you. Did you know that from 2001 to 2014, the foundation raised approximately $21 million? Did you know during that same period of time, under Mr. Cooper's leadership, the endowment fund almost doubled from $6 million to $14 million? Did I say almost doubled? I mean, it doubled and then some. Did you know that Mr. Cooper worked through several Title III initiatives, and those initiatives total approximately $2.6 million? Did you know that Mr. Cooper is the first alumnus to give $100,000 to the endowment fund? I'm glad all of you are clapping, because when you get those high-paying jobs, we're expecting the same thing from you. Did you know that for the last 10 years, he served as chairman of the executive reunion committee for the class of 1969, and that class raised nearly $300,000 for scholarship money. And the class of 1969 is right here in the corner. So as you can probably tell by now, Mr. Cooper is a prolific fundraiser, and he has recently been tasked with co-chairing a project to raise $2.5 million for a new UAPB National Alumni Center. And given his track record, I think he'll do that and then some. So we all understand that Mr. Cooper is a prolific fundraiser, but he has also given his time to the community. He serves on several boards, including the executive board of the Quapaw Council of Boy Scouts of America and the Riverfest Board of Directors, and he has received many honors, including in 1985, he was the recipient of the Kappa Alpha Psi Incorporated Outstanding Achievement Award. He has been He has been honored by the institution on several occasions. In 1986, he received the Distinguished Alumni Award from UAPB, and in 2012, he was an honoree of the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff Chancellor's Benefit of the Arts. And today, Mr. Cooper is the recipient of the honorary Doctor of Laws degree from the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. Chancellor Alexander will now bestow the honor.
Good afternoon to the Chancellor, to the alumni, to the graduates. I want to say that I am humbled and indeedly honored to receive this award. If you read the bio of me, I think you'll see that my work speaks for itself. But I would tell you that those accomplishments that were made were not without the help of other graduates or other assistants. I want to recognize my class over there, 1969. We're celebrating our golden reunion, 50 years. And what makes this so special is that 50 years ago, I was where you are now, graduates. And here it is 50 years later to receive an honorary degree is something very special. Dr. Blakely, I told you the other day that number 5 is a special number. Again, today it resonates. Again, thank you so much for this honor. I appreciate it, and I'm eternally grateful for it.
For our next honorary degree, we're going to ask Dr. Gwendolyn Boyd to come forward. Dr. Gwendolyn Elizabeth Boyd is an engineer who's often described as a dynamic leader, a prolific motivational speaker, a powerful preacher, and a prominent advocate for education in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics in STEM. Dr. Boyd earned her Bachelor of Science degree from Alabama State University with a major in mathematics and a double minor in physics and music. She received a fellowship and was the first African-American female to earn an MS degree in mechanical engineering from Yale University. She has earned both the Master of Divinity degree and the Doctor of Divinity degrees from Howard University. Dr. Boyd's professional career of more than 3 decades at the Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Laboratory was highlighted by exemplary leadership and dedicated service as part of the engineering teams. She was a direct report to the president of Johns Hopkins University, serving as chair of the Johns Hopkins Diversity Leadership Council from 2001 to 2014. Dr. Boyd returned her alma mater in 2014. For 3 years, she served as the 14th and the first female president of Alabama State University. Highlights of her presidency included getting the university its very first engineering degree program with approval for a BS in biomedical engineering. Dr. Boyd is an ordained itinerant elder in the African Methodist Episcopal Church. She serves on the ministerial staff of Ebenezer AME Church in Fort Washington, Maryland. Dr. Boyd has served as the 22nd National President of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated an international organization of more than 250,000 members. Known as the Technology President, Dr. Boyd helped establish technology in all facets of sorority activities and administration. Her 4-year tenure as president included a number of transformative accomplishments, including the launching of Project SEE, Science in Everyday Experiences, an initiative funded by a $1.6 million National Science Foundation grant with the goal of promoting math and science for middle school African American girls. She also led the sorority's humanitarian and education advocacy efforts in various parts of Africa, including Swaziland, Lesotho, and Soweto, South Africa. She is currently a member of the Washington, D.C. Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, Capital City Chapter of the Links Incorporated, and Leadership Greater Washington. At this time, I am delighted and honored to present this honorary Doctor of Laws degree from the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff to a woman of distinction, a woman who has worn and still wears many hats, a woman of great caliber and leadership, Dr. Gwendolyn Boyd. Now it gives me great pleasure to bring to the podium your commencement speaker for spring 2019, my colleague from our days on the SWAC Council of Presidents, a sparkling pyramid in the world of those devastating divas of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Give it up for the incomparable Dr. Gwendolyn Elizabeth Boyd.
Praise the Lord, everybody. Oh, come on, praise the Lord, everybody. This is the day the Lord has made for us to be at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff to celebrate the class of 2019. And to rejoice and be glad. So come on, let's rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. If you're glad, rejoice and be glad. Hallelujah. To President Chancellor Alexander, again, my colleague and my friend, thank you so very much for this high honor of receiving the honorary degree here at UAPB, to those who are part of this distinguished university, to those who have already been acknowledged as a part of the protocol of this hour, to the distinguished and exemplary members of the faculty, the steadfast members of the staff here, to prestigious alumni who are gathered here today, and especially the 50-year class of 1969, to the overly proud parents who are here in this auditorium today, family, friends, grandparents, neighbors who are here to support the graduates, but most importantly, to you, the esteemed and well-educated, to you, the sassy and sagacious, to you, the awesome and audacious, to you, the honorable and dynamic, to you, the charming, capable, conscientious, effective, exemplary, extraordinary, bold, brave, beautiful, enlightened, inspiring, scholarly, gracious, caring, compassionate, prayerfully prepared, and acutely focused, blessed, and highly favored graduates of the class of 2019. There's nothing like an HBCU graduation. No disrespect to anybody anywhere else, but there is nothing like an HBCU graduation, and especially today for all of you at UAPB. We've come to celebrate today, and it is certainly my honor and privilege to be a part of your class and to be here at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, a very special place, a distinguished place, an honorary, extraordinary, significant place of historical significance, an HBCU that has produced so many extraordinary graduates who've gone on to become great academicians, entrepreneurs, military strategists, athletes, lawyers, sociologists, graphic artists, orators, physicians, scientists, history makers, trailblazers, and today you continue in that tradition by bringing forth this prestigious class of 2019 who will make their mark in history. Today is a day of celebration. It's a day of transformation as you move from the malleable caterpillars to the exquisite butterflies that you will become. Today is a day where you celebrate all of the hard work you have put in here at this great institution to be able to sit in those chairs. Today we've come to celebrate all of your effort, all of your energy, all of your enthusiasm. Today we've come to celebrate all of the tears you cried and all of the prayers you prayed, all of the sacrifices that you have made to be here today. We've come to celebrate everything about you, everything for you, everything that you have done, from orientation to homecoming to labs to midterms to finals, whether you're a first-generation graduate or you have a legacy here at UAPB, whether you're a part of the SGA or whether you played in the band, joined the choir, joined a sorority or fraternity, whatever it is that you've done, you've made lifelong friends here at UAPB. And that's what's special about being at an HBCU. There's nothing like an HBCU college experience. And you made it. This is your crowning achievement. And now you begin the next phase as you turn the page in your life from great to greater to greatest. This is the day you declare to the world that you are great, you are powerful, you have strength, and you have resilience. You've shown it because you are here today. This is your moment when you transition from this place of higher learning and special significance, this place that has filled your heads and your hearts with wisdom and knowledge, and some of it from books, but most of it from professors and administrators who saw some greatness in you and wanted to make sure you had everything that you needed to succeed. So let's give it up for all of your professors and administrators who've helped you get here today. You made it. You made it. And this is a gathering of the grateful. I know there's some grateful people out there because some are graduating summa cum laude, some are graduating magna cum laude, and some are graduating thank you, Lord. But this is your day. A day to thank all of those who helped you get here. Today is a day of transition from one season of your life to the next divine appointment God has in store for you. Today you're grateful for everything and everybody who has poured deeply into your life, and you can repay them and show them your gratitude. How? I'm glad you asked. You can do it by remaining excellent. Be excellent in everything that you do. Everywhere you go, represent the excellence that is UAPB. Be wonderful, be marvelous, and go out into the world and show them who you are. You are a proud graduate of the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, a proud graduate of an HBCU. And don't let anybody diminish the fact that you graduated from an HBCU, because your degree is just as good as anybody else's degree in the world. And now you're ready. You are ready. You're ready to use that business acumen that you've learned, your leadership savvy, all the experience you've learned in the classroom, your computer skills, whatever it is that you have majored in, UAPB has made you ready. Don't worry about it, it's all good. It falls off all the time. But I say to you a few things before I take my seat. And I remind you to be vigilant in everything that you do as you leave this place today. Remain relevant. Stay up to date in whatever your field of experience. Stay focused on the task at hand. When you get that wonderful job, that high-paying job, as has already been mentioned, be indispensable. Be that go-to person. Be the one they can't do without on the job every day. Be a team player and become the team leader. Be innovative. Be the executioner of excellence wherever you are. Be outspoken. Find your voice and use it as a conscientious person in the community. And don't allow anyone to second guess your credentials or to step on your potential. Be confident in who you are and what you stand for and where you come from. You're a graduate of UAPB. I also remind you, as you're going up in the world, and you are going up, to choose your friends carefully. You need intellectual friends who will challenge you, who will push you where you need to be. Yes, you need social friends because you always want to have a little bit of fun. But you also need spiritual friends who will pull your coattail every now and then and say, what do you think you are doing? Choose your friends carefully, because everybody in your crew is not always for you. You got to make sure that those that you surround yourself with are those who want to help you go to the next level. So be educated, be informed, be active, and be impactful every day. Martin Luther King reminded us the function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. So every day, as you leave this great place, every day, keep making progress. And progress is more than effort. Progress is effort in the right direction, with the right people, at the right time, doing the right thing in the right season. So be a part of progress wherever you are. God has given you an assignment. Don't blow it. Let me say that to you again. God has given you an assignment. Don't blow it. We need you to exercise your greatness everywhere you go. Live on purpose. Be passionate in everything that you do. Be authentically you. Do you. Everybody else is taken. Do you. The world does not need cheap copies of great originals. Do you. And be happy doing you. Set your own agenda. Decide who you want to be and what you want to accomplish. Set goals that are reasonable and sometimes unreasonable, but set goals. And I say to you, class of 2019, dream big. And if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. Dream big. Live every day to its fullest and know that you will be successful. You will be victorious. You will be triumphant. You will make a major contribution to the world because UAPB has prepared you to do that. They prepared you to take your place in the world. When you go onto that job, look people in the eye. Have a conversation with them. Make sure that the conversation is about something that's thought-provoking and not gossip in the office. Make sure you are known as that person who is serious about going to the top. Your thoughts will determine your success. And Aristotle says it to us this way: watch your thoughts, for they become your words. Watch your words, for they become your action. Watch your action, because it becomes your habits. Watch your habits, because it becomes your character. And watch your character, because it will become your destiny. So I say to you, class of 2019, expand your opportunities. Travel, read, grow, learn every day. Challenge yourself to be great in whatever environment you find yourself. Be careful and be aware of office politics, and don't join any cliques, because they are not there to help you. Understand you are there to move forward and get that next promotion on the job. Monitor your social media presence, because I promise you it will derail you if there's craziness and foolishness on your pages. Be respectful of others, and make sure that people respect you. I give you this word of advice: you teach people how to treat you. So if you are respectful, they will be respectful to you. Be intentional in everything that you do. Be influential as you make history every day. Be impactful and strategic as you move forward. Be fearless risk takers, because you are going to the top, class of 2019, and you need to say to all others, I'm going to the top. And unless you're going my way, you need to get out of my way, because I've got somewhere to go. Don't ever be intimidated by bullies who don't make sense and don't have anything going on in their lives. Never surrender your values. Never compromise your standards. Always operate with integrity, because your good name is all that you have. You'll change your clothes, you'll change your address, you'll change your hair color, but your good name is all that you have, and it will go to the grave with you. Be inspirational as you move forward, and be ready for whatever life brings to you. Give back when you have the opportunity to do that. And finally, don't ever forget your faith, because faith is what has brought us this far. Believe, class of 2019, that you can do all things through Christ, who gives you the strength. Believe, class of 2019, and be anxious for nothing. That means pray about everything and don't worry about anything. Believe, class of 2019, that the will of God will not lead me where the grace of God won't protect me. Believe, class of 2019, that no weapon formed against you will be able to prosper. You are more than a conqueror through him that loves you. And believe that God said, I will never leave you or forsake you. So know that when you leave here today, yes, there will be things that are happening in your life. You'll make a mistake, but don't let the mistake make you. Get up, brush yourself off, and keep moving forward. Bring your A game every day. Wherever you go and whatever you do, make each day count. Live by a firm moral compass. Keep a competitive edge. Stay motivated. Stay encouraged. Stay empowered. Stay focused. Ask questions and get answers. Overcome your fear and be confident in everything that you do. Yes, there will be disturbances and there will be people who will try to derail you. But know that it is your time and it is your season. So, class of 2019, I need you to rise up and understand that you are victorious every day. You, class of 2019, I want you to wake up, get up, dress up, show up, speak up, stand up, and when necessary, act up, but get the job done. You are great, and you are greater, and you will be victorious.
That, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Reverend Dr. Gwendolyn Boyd. Class of 2019, let's thank Dr. Boyd for those great words of wisdom that she gave on today. Thank you, Dr. Boyd. At this time, we're going to have the Vesper Choir come once again, and after the Vesper Choir, we'll move on to our medallions and then on to the degrees. Thank you again to the Vesper Choir under the direction of Mr. Gerron Liddell and Mr. Andy Book. Thank you. At this time for our presentation of medallions, we're going to bring our university registrar, and let me say as our registrar, Ms. Fulton, comes, that there is a person at this university who has the awesome responsibility of pulling together this presentation of a commencement exercise. And that falls on the shoulders of none other than Miss Erica Fulton. Let's give her a round of applause as she comes to present the medallions.
Thank you, Dr. Alexander. From the School of Arts and Sciences, Ms. Ashley Daniel. Hometown, Haynes St. James, Barbados. High School, Queens, Barbados. GPA 4.0. Her major is industrial technology. Ashley vows to become a respected female construction manager, utilizing the experience and knowledge she attained during her matriculation at UAPB. She plans to expand her father's construction company in Barbados and ultimately own her own company. We have another recipient from the School of Arts and Sciences, Ms. Jenna Wazinski. Hometown, Coronation, Alberta, Canada. High School, Coronation High School. GPA 4.0. Jenna's major is biology. She has been accepted to attend dental school at both the University of Alberta and the University of Toronto. She desires to pursue a doctorate degree of dental surgery. Afterwards, she aspires to own her own dental clinic. From the School of Education, Brittany Salmon, hometown, Alexander, Arkansas. High school, Bryant High. Brittany's major is elementary education, K through 6. She aspires to become an elementary school teacher while pursuing a master's in special education with a focus in autism at Mercyhurst University. She also plans to coach volleyball for either a school or a club team. From the School of Agriculture, Fisheries, and Human Sciences, Ms. Basha Boykins. Hometown, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. High school, Pine Bluff High. GPA, 3.898. Her major, Human Sciences with an option in Nutrition and Food Science. After graduation, Basha plans to pursue a master's degree in Nutrition and Dietetics. She hopes to be a part of a healthcare team to help individuals have and maintain healthy eating habits that will improve their overall health for longevity. From the School of Business and Management, Noah Morris. Hometown, Rancho Santa Margarita, California. High school, Tesoro High. GPA, 3.891. Major, Business Administration with an option in Finance. Noah aspires to become a Chief Financial Officer of a major Fortune 500 company and help advance civil rights for all marginalized groups. As a history enthusiast, he also wants to educate more people about Japanese internment during the World War II. Accepting the honor on his behalf, the Dean from the School of Business, Dr. Lawrence Awashatu. From the Division of University College, Winter Ruth. Hometown, Little Rock, Arkansas. High school, Little Rock Central. GPA, 3.4. Major, General Studies with an emphasis in liberal arts. Ms. Ruth desires to become an actress, debuting in plays and shows, and hopefully Broadway and the West End. She also has an interest in backstage production and ultimately desires to own her own theater company. Ms. Ruth could not be here for medical reasons, so accepting the award on her behalf is the Dean of University College, Dr. Janice Coleman. The President of the senior class, Ms. Jada Turner. Hometown, Little Rock, Arkansas. High school, Hall High. GPA, 3.563. Her major is psychology. Jada plans to attend graduate school at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff to obtain her master's degree in addiction studies. She has aspirations of becoming a substance abuse counselor. And lastly, but not least, the President of the Student Government Association, Kimberly Michelle Boyd. Hometown, Summerville, Tennessee. High school, Fayette Ware High. GPA, 3.169. Her major, Business Administration with an emphasis in marketing. Kimberly aspires to attend graduate school to pursue degrees leading to a career in higher education administration. Ultimately, she wants to become the Chancellor of the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. Her words, Dr. Alexander. In her spare time, she manages her own t-shirt business and is launching a small marketing and branding consultant service. Join me in congratulating these outstanding students as well as this beautiful class of 2019.
Graduating class, will all members of the Carolyn F. Blakely Honors Program please rise and be recognized? You may be seated. All students graduating with honors today, would you please rise? You may be seated. Will all of our student athletes please rise? You may be seated. But all of the students in the graduating class who started here in the Summer Lions program, please rise. You may be seated. I hope everybody was watching. It looks like people in the Honors College and student athletes and Lions program all graduate here at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. So parents, guardians, and aunties who've got children coming up in high school, remember that, bring your child to the Honors program at and to the Lions program at UAPB. At this time, Dr. Robert Carr, Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, will present the deans for graduate and undergraduate degree candidacy. Dr. Carr.
The graduate degree candidates will be presented by Dr. David Fernandez, Interim Dean of Graduate Studies and Continuing Education.
Will the candidates for graduate degrees from the School of Agriculture, Fisheries, and Human Sciences, School of Education, and the School of Arts and Sciences please rise? Chancellor Alexander, these candidates have fulfilled all degree requirements for which they have been nominated. It is with the approval of the faculty that I recommend the candidates to you for conference of these degrees.
Dr. Brodin, I recommend each of these candidates to you for the degrees for which they have been nominated.
By the authority of the Board of Trustees of the University of Arkansas, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I confer on each of you the degree for which you've been recommended with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto.
Will all graduate degree candidates and their advisors please approach the stage in this order? School of Agriculture, Fisheries, and Human Sciences, School of Education, and the School of Arts and Sciences.
Jeanette Rahman. Bal Baharji. Nathan Egman. Dedrick Cross. Stacy Vincent. Preston Humphrey. Belinda Haskin Rollins. Antoinette Oliver. Joseph Treadwell. Sarita Roach. Paola Artiaga Hooven. Danielle Rawls. Monique Nicolau. Devell Lloyd Jr. Calandria Gibbons. Birdie Bell.
At this time, I would like to ask the family of Mr. Mcgee Boyd to please join me on stage. It is with great sorrow that the UAPB family learned of the death of Mr. Mcgee Boyd last year. Mr. Boyd was a student in the Department of Human Sciences, where he was majoring in human development and family studies. The University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff is committed to honoring Mr. Mcgee Boyd by awarding him with an honorary posthumous Bachelor of Science degree in Human Sciences with a concentration in Human Development and Family Studies. The undergraduate degree candidates will be presented by their respective dean of each school. Dr. Janice Coleman, University College, Dr. Musami Manoharan, Agriculture, Fisheries, and Human Sciences, Dr. Pamela Rust, Education, Dr. Lawrence Owapatu, Business and Management, and Dr. Andrea Stewart, Arts and Sciences. Will Dr. Coleman please come to the podium?
Will the undergraduate degree candidates for the Division of University College please rise? Chancellor Alexander, these candidates have fulfilled all degree requirements for which they have been nominated. It is with the approval of the faculty that I recommend the candidates to you for conference of these degrees. Will the candidates please be seated?
Will the undergraduate degree candidates from the School of Agriculture, Fisheries and Human Sciences please rise? Chancellor Alexander, these candidates have fulfilled all degree requirements for which they have been nominated. It is with the approval of the faculty that I recommend the candidates to you for conference of these degrees. Will the candidates please be seated?
Will the undergraduate degree candidates from the School of Education please rise? Chancellor Alexander, these candidates have fulfilled all degree requirements for which they have been nominated. It is with the approval of the faculty that I recommend the candidates to you for conference of these degrees. Will the candidates please be seated?
Will the undergraduate degree candidates from the School of Business and Management please rise? Chancellor Alexander, these candidates have fulfilled all degree requirements for which they have been nominated. It is with the approval of the faculty that I recommend the candidates to you for conference of these degrees. Will the candidates please be seated?
Will the undergraduate degree candidates from the School of Arts and Sciences please rise? Chancellor Alexander, these candidates have fulfilled all the degree requirements for which they have been nominated. It is with the approval of the faculty that I recommend the candidates to you for conference of these degrees. Will the candidates please be seated?
Dr. Bronson, I recommend each of these candidates to you for the degree to which they have been nominated.
By the authority of the Board of Trustees of the University of Arkansas, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I confer on each of you the degree for which you've recommended with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereunto. All the graduates, please stand for me, please. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? All right then. You may now move that tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations.
Now is the time you've been praying for over the last 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, or more, and you may find it difficult to contain your praise. However, so that each graduate's name is heard, please remain seated and hold your applause until the last graduate has been recognized.
Will the graduates from University College please come forward? Thompson. Brenda Womack. Kizianne Jones. Timothy Bell Jr. Ramesia Withers.
Rosie, cum laude. Michael Garlington II. Morgan Brown. China Beasley. Kiana Walker. Brianna Davis. Peyton Burks. James Whitman. Tim Reynolds. Sabrine Gray. Israel Sanders.
Will the graduates from the School of Agriculture, Fisheries and Human Sciences please come forward?
Ramesses Banks. Julian Jones. Ashlyn Carlton. Lisney Price, magna cum laude. Candace McKnight, magna cum laude. Tamia Thomas, magna cum laude. Taryn Riles, cum laude. Michael Brown. Jessica Hurston, summa cum laude. Shamar Francis, cum laude. Tammy Belly. Cardero Williams, magna cum laude. Keyshawn Williams, cum laude. Baja Boykins, summa cum laude. Crystal Branch, magna cum laude. Candice Johnson, summa cum laude. Alicia Kennedy, cum laude. Sharonda Freeman Hamilton. Bashara James. Chino Pfeiffer. Jade Carpenter. Kaylin Walker. Lakia Dean. Asia Aggie Burnett, magna cum laude.
Kelly, summa cum laude. Kayana Jones, magna cum laude. Kiara Collins. Jamal Gladden. Lola Clary, magna cum laude. Trayvon Lewis, magna cum laude. Aska Arnold, summa cum laude. Roger Totten II, magna cum laude. Dwayne Lindsay Jr., cum laude. Keyshawn Simpson. Vikian Smith, cum laude. Denarius Dooley. Tashad Charity. Antoine Walter. LaCora White, cum laude. Jalen Jackson. Kara Hall, summa cum laude. Quintarius Johnson, summa cum laude. Dale McDonald Jr. Jordan Leeper. Martavius McKnight, cum laude. Charles Jackson Jr. Marcus Wallace II. Christopher Smith. Nayanka Rice. Ricardo Sanchez Rosa.
Will the graduates from the School of Business and Management please come forward?
Savannah. Malia Green. Caleb McDonald. Michaela Burgess. Renisha Black.
Alicia Allen. Miranda Skull Bowie. Caitlin Ricketts. Shamaro Johnson Sr.
Please give all of our graduates a round of applause. At this time, it's my great pleasure to bring forward the President of the National Alumni Association with UAPB, Mrs. Valois Bowers, the class of 1980, and she will induct the new graduates into the Alumni Association.
You're almost there. You're almost there. To Trustee Dr. Steve Bronson, to Chancellor Alexander, to members of the Board of Trustees, Board of Visitors, University administrators, faculty, staff, and to the awesome, my 22nd past president of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, and all others assembled here today, on behalf of the UAPB-AMN National Alumni Association, Board of Directors, Chapter Presidents, and the Director, I greet you, Class of 2019. I want to welcome you to this organization for which you are now eligible. I am Valois Bowers, the President and Chairman of the Board of the National Alumni Association. My task today is to induct you into what we hope will be a lifetime of membership. Would you please stand and repeat after me? Assembly that I will continue my affiliation with this university through the National Alumni Association and my local chapter, and I will, to the best of my ability, uphold the standards of my alma mater, support its endeavors, and always, always represent it well. You may be seated. I join others here in congratulating you for reaching this milestone in your life. This is truly a day of commencement as you begin the next phase of your life. We want to carry with you your 1-year complimentary Alumni Association membership card, compliments of your National Alumni Association. We urge you to renew this membership each year and join the many voices in our efforts to respond to the call of service to this great university. Many of you have already received your membership card. Others may pick up your card along with your diplomas, your degrees. Congratulations, class of 2019.
Thank you, President Bowers. It's just a couple of more recognitions I'd like, and then we can move on out. One is I'd like to recognize, and I didn't earlier on the platform, we've got deans and cabinet members and others on the platform. Would all of our deans and cabinet members please rise to be recognized? Would all of our faculty and staff who are here please rise and be recognized? The faculty and staff. Would all parents, guardians, and loved ones, you stand and be recognized by these graduates. We'd like to extend a special congratulations as well to the graduates, because this is your day. Your prayers and support and unconditional love has played a major role in our graduates making it to this day. This day has truly been a magnificent day. Thank you, Dr. Boyd, for those inspirational words. Let's thank Dr. Boyd for those words of wisdom and encouragement. We're very appreciative of you for accepting our invitation to address the graduates. To the class of 2019, you have made it. It may seem like the journey has been long, but despite all the obstacles and challenges you faced, you have made it. You kept pushing. The race is not given to the swift nor the strong, but to those who endure and make it until the end. And you made it to the end. You've received your degrees with all rights, honors, and privileges thereto appertaining. You have the right to engage the world with boldness and confidence that you will be successful in all of your endeavors. You have the privilege and honor of achieving success in the courses of some of the hardest driven standard bearers on our faculty. But with the receipt of your degree comes responsibility. The responsibility to serve your fellow man, to lead in your community, and to give back to your university. Graduates, seize the day, cherish the moment, and get ready to make the nation roar once again. Congratulations, class of 2019. We are proud of you. At this time, we're going to ask everyone to rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps for the alma mater and the benediction. The UAPB Gospel Choir will lead us in the alma mater. And the Reverend Derek Easter of the New St. Hurricane Missionary Baptist Church will come and give the benediction. Please remain for the recession. Thank you.
Father, would you fill our graduates with gratitude, humility, love, and faith. Teach them how to pray. Give them spiritual wisdom and discernment. Help them always to hear your voice and not the voice of culture. Give them the wisdom and courage to say no to the temptation to put self and things at the center of their lives. Teach them the joys of service and generosity. Keep them close to their families, open to the wisdom of their elders. Help them to learn from their mistakes and failures. Show them where to go for help when they need it. We commend our graduates' future into your hands. Keep us as we leave this place, but never from your presence. In Jesus' name, amen.